Hey West Ottawa, I am here with Mr. Tolgetsky, and he has some great news for us and more information about MME Week. So, Mr. Tolgetsky, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
I am fantastic.
All right, thanks, Mott. I just wanted to share some really good news with all of our students and our staff regarding West Ottawa High School, and then preview what's coming up next week with MME testing and MME Week. So here we go. Let's take it away. Some very good news over the last 5 years. This is a graph of our high school graduation rate at West Ottawa High School, and you can see its steady climb over the last 5 years. And last year's graduating class graduated at a rate over 90% for the first time in probably the last 7 or 8 years that the graduation rate has hit over 90%. So congratulations to that class, and we're expecting great things also in the future classes regarding graduation rate. One of the things that we really wanted to make a connection with for our students is the sense of graduation not being the last step in your education. And here's some statistics from Georgetown University citing some pretty relevant jobs data where over 65% of all jobs in the coming years will require some form of post-secondary education. And we feel that we're preparing students very well for this at West Ottawa High School, and the prior graph of graduation rate showed that students are really thinking about this, knowing that high school graduation is not the last step, that there will need to be some form of post-secondary education or college after high school. And this is just another graph showing that same data from Georgetown University. The blue bars represent all jobs that require some form of post-secondary education, and the brown bars represent jobs that only need a high school education. And as you can see, the brown bars are shrinking quickly as the jobs that require post-secondary education are growing quite rapidly, and therefore it's important for all of our students to understand that graduation is just the first step, but everyone needs to have a plan for post-secondary education after high school. So what have we been doing at West Ottawa High School to prepare students for this? Well, we have one of the most robust advanced placement programs in the entire state of Michigan. And this graph shows the number of students who have been taking advanced placement courses and the total advanced placement tests taken by our students since 2007. And you can see that our teaching staff and our counseling staff has done a tremendous job of growing those programs as more and more students are taking advanced placement opportunities, preparing themselves for college. And over the last 6 or 7 years, we've gone from about 400 students enrolled in AP classes to over 600 students enrolled in AP classes, with nearly 800 advanced placement exams being taken. Again, not only do we have more students taking advanced placement and rigorous courses, but we have students scoring better on these tests. As you can see here over the last 3 years, this is data for total AP scholars. So these are students that score at the highest levels on AP exams. And we've gone from 80 AP scholars to over 114 AP scholars just over the last 3 years. So not only do we have more students taking the classes, but we have more students scoring at the highest level on those exams. Also along with this is our IB program. There's not many schools that have both an AP program and an IB program, and we're lucky enough to have really strong programs in each of those areas. This graph shows the number of students taking AP courses, and as you can see, that has grown significantly since the beginning of our IB program back in 2011-12. We have over 160 students actually enrolled in IB courses, and over 600, or close to 600 courses actually being taken in our IB program. So you can see the significant growth, not only in AP, but in our IB courses as well, preparing students for college and careers. So what does this all mean? Well, these numbers have led us to some pretty significant accomplishments, most recently recognized by the Center for Michigan. The Center for Michigan is a nonprofit organization that ranks schools, and their publication, Bridge Magazine, most recently came out with their Academic State Champions list. And West Ottawa High School was recognized for the second consecutive year as an academic state champion. And that means that you have to rank in the top 10% of all schools in the state of Michigan. And you can see right here that West Ottawa High School is ranked number 19 out of 526 public and charter high schools in the state of Michigan. And that ranking is based on our test scores. So that means our students are scoring at a higher level than most other schools in the state when it comes to MME scores and ACT scores. We also have been recognized by U.S. News and World Report, which is a national publication, as one of the best high schools in Michigan. This ranking is based on the number of students taking advanced placement and IB courses, which we showed you previously. We are ranked in the top 4% of all high schools in Michigan based on the number of students who take AP or IB courses and take the tests. So congratulations to our teachers and to all of the students who do that. So some really quick points of pride here, and this is something that we have shared with parents recently, we've shared with teachers and staff throughout the district, but I really wanted to share it with students because this is the students' work that has gotten us to this point. Number one, our graduation rate, again, is over 90%, which is outstanding. 88% of last year's graduates had plans to attend college. Of course, you've all heard this before, but our last year's graduating class earned over $6.5 million in scholarships, which we want to continue that tradition. Again, we just pointed out we have had 2 consecutive years of being recognized by U.S. News and World Report as one of Michigan's top high schools. We've had 2 consecutive years of being recognized by the Center for Michigan as one of Michigan's top high schools based on our test scores. Most recently, we were ranked number 19 out of 526 high schools in Michigan, and I'm most proud to say that we are the number 1 high school in Ottawa County based on the Center for Michigan's ranking. So you go to the top high school in all of Ottawa County and are getting the number 1 value-added education according to the Center for Michigan. So congratulations on that. So how does this connect with where we're at right now? Well, most of these rankings are based on how our students do during MME week. And we have MME week coming up next week, which most of you have heard about now. It's very important. And if we want to continue to be the number 1 high school in Ottawa County, we need to continue to take this week seriously. All freshmen and sophomores will be taking the plan test. Juniors, of course, that's the most important class taking tests. They take the ACT, the work keys, and the MME tests. And those rankings are based majority on the ACT scores and the Michigan Merit Exam scores, which is day 3 of the 3-day testing window. So I want to just encourage everybody to continue to take pride in what you do. Those tests are very important, and the scores that you achieve are very important for you and for our school in general. As we continue to get more accolades and earn more awards, your diploma from West Ottawa High School will mean more and will be more valuable. So continue to take pride in that. And then, of course, scheduling is currently taking place. I want to encourage everybody to take advantage of all the opportunities that are here at the best high school in West Michigan. And the last slide we have is a reminder of next week. Of course, the juniors, the most important day is day 1, where we take the ACT plus writing test. That will take place on Tuesday, March 4th. Everyone needs to be in attendance. On day 2, we will have the 9th graders taking the plan test and the juniors taking the work keys test. And on day 3, which is Thursday, the sophomores will be here in the morning taking the plan test, and the juniors will be taking the Michigan Merit Exam tests in math, science, and social studies. And of course, those 3 days are extremely important. It's very important that everybody is here and is on time, that understands the schedule and understands the importance of those tests and the impact they have on our school as a whole. So thank you for your attention this morning. And Mott, thanks for your time. WOBN, I appreciate everything you guys do. And last but not least, go WO.
Of course. Thank you so much.
All right, have a great morning.
You too.